Hi everybody, so this video is to help you to think about how you might plan out your recount. Remember, this is just my ideas of my recount from my half term. You can plan out your half term, it will look different to mine, but it's just to help you to know how to plan out using pictures, not words. Okay, hope you enjoy. Bye! So I'm going to show you two ways of doing this plan. This is the first way, which we have done in school together. So all I've done is turn my paper on its side and I've drawn some lines ready for me to draw my pictures. And then I've done a title which says my half term recount. So now what I need to do is think about something that happened to me in my half term. So in my half term, I remember it being really hot outside. So I went out into my garden when it was really hot and had to think about ways to keep myself cold. So I want to tell you all about that in my plan. So first of all, I'm going to be drawing pictures to tell everybody what day it was and what was wrong, because nobody knows yet what was wrong with my half term and what had happened, why I was so hot. So I'm going to say that it was what day it was. So it was on Wednesday. So I'm going to start with an O to show that I want to write on. And then I'm going to write a W just to show me that it's Wednesday, because those two words are really hard to draw pictures for. So I'm just going to say that it was on Wednesday. And then I know from those two letters that I want to write on Wednesday in my book. Remember, it doesn't matter what your pictures look like or what symbols you're using, as long as you know what it means and you're just not writing all the words. So on Wednesday, I'm going to put a little comma. We started using these when we were together in school, but I'm going to use a little comma just so I know that that's the beginning of my sentence, and I'm going to carry on the rest. So on Wednesday, the problem was it was incredibly hot. So I'm going to draw a sunshine to make me know that I'm thinking it was really hot. I'm going to make my sunshine really big because it was a really, really hot day. I might even write that really good adjective, incredibly, because it was so incredibly hot. So I now know that that word describes my sunshine. So it was so hot that I needed to find a way to cool down. So I've got to think of a way to make myself cold. So I'm going to, what can I draw to show that I'm being cold? I've got to think about a way to cool myself down. So I'm going to draw, I think, a fan. My picture of a fan whirring round and some nice waves to show me that I've cooled down. I needed to find a way to cool down. Now I know now you might have thought of a different picture than me, which is fine. But in my head now I know this says, on Wednesday, it was so incredibly hot that I needed to find a way to cool down. That's the end of my sentence. So I'm going to put a full stop. I put it in a box on a plan so I can see it more easily, but I don't need to put it in a box when I'm writing my work. Okay, I'm going to carry on drawing my pictures now, and then I will come back to you in a minute to read it through with you so you can see what the rest of my work looks like. See you in a minute. Welcome back. So as you can see, I have been busy drawing all of my pictures for my recount. So let me tell you a bit more about my half term. So remember when we started, I said one Wednesday, it was so incredibly hot that I needed to find a way to cool down. Do you see how I'm adding more words to my sentence even though I've only drawn a few pictures? Full stop. Remember, capital letter. This picture says first. First, I tried to drink a fresh cold glass of water, but that did not work. Full stop. Capital letter. Next, I thought that a frozen ice lolly. Oh, I didn't add my word frozen there to describe it. Let me just quickly add that on. Frozen. It's really good to read your plan back to spot your mistakes. So I noticed that now. Look, frozen ice lolly would be good. So I went to the kitchen. I've just drawn a picture of a room with the K above, so I know this means kitchen. Remember, your pictures can mean anything. So I went to the kitchen to get one, full stop. Amazingly, even though my mouth and my throat now felt cool, my body was still hot, full stop. Then I had a great idea, exclamation mark. I decided that I needed to make my body cool down. So I changed into my swimming costume and went out into the garden, full stop. My children were outside in the paddling pools. So I joined them, exclamation mark. This worked and I felt so lovely and cool. Or I could just say this worked, full stop. I listened to some music outside and felt really happy and cool, full stop. And that's my recount. Remember, as you're planning it, you can change things and add more detail, but that's what it looks like in a plan. The other way that you can do it, I'm just going to turn my paper over, is I've still got my title, my half-term recount, and then down the side, all I've done is written some numbered steps. At the top, I've written where. Where am I? Where's my setting? So my setting was at home, in the garden, on a really hot day. That's where I was. The first thing I tried to do was to cool myself down by drinking some water, but it didn't work. Then I thought about having an ice lolly, but that didn't work. Then I thought about changing into a swimming costume and going in the paddling pools, and that did work, listening to music and having a nice time, and I felt really happy. So that's a much simpler version, much quicker, less language, but I know what I want to write for when I'm writing on Friday. So either way will work. Basically just have fun, see if you can get all your ideas down on your paper, draw pictures and enjoy yourself. Thanks for listening. Good luck. We can't wait to see all your hard work and to hear all about what you did over half term. Bye for now.